So today I'm going to go over how we do our data mining. So as you can see, I have 3 different companies on our Hamilton sheet, and this will be just an example. So it's really important that our information is accurate and up to date. So this information that we have right now for these 3 companies, we need to make sure that the addresses are correct, phone number, website, and we also need to find anything that's missing. So you can see the logo URLs are missing, the dark color, light color, color group F, short name line 2, fax, contact, email, and also made up email. So I'm just going to go through these 3 companies. So the first one is Active Tool Repair. So we have a website already here. The first thing we do is check if it's actually working, because sometimes they'll be out of order, or they won't be working anymore. They'll have a new URL that we need to find. So I'm just going to open this in another tab. So it loads for me. If it doesn't load for you, sometimes websites are blocked in the Philippines, and if that's the case, please highlight the URL a different color so I could go back in and check it. But for us, we can open it here, and you can see here is the logo, Active Tool Repair, and the first thing I'm going to do is copy the logo URL. So to do that, you just hover over the logo, right click, and copy image address. And then I'm going to paste this under local URL. So we have that one done. And the next thing I'm going to do is make sure that we have the correct address and postal code and phone number. And usually you can find that in the Contact Us section of a website. So the address is 955 Barton Street East, Hamilton. So I'm going to look over here. So 955 Barton Street East, Hamilton, province is Ontario, and then postal code, we'll see, L5L 3C. Here it says 4 and we have 5, so I'm just going to update that. And then next is phone number, 905-545-7646. 905-545-7646. So we have the right phone number, and the website's working, so that's good. The next thing we're going to do is colors. So when it comes to colors, the first thing I will look at is the logo. So in this case, we have a colorful logo, and the 2 colors that pop out at me are the red and I would say the gray. So under dark color, you will put a color in here that we have in our color guide. So if you have the PDF open, which I do right here, the dark and light color PDF, you see the section here. These are all the dark colors that we have, and I would put red down. And then for the light color, if you look at the logo again, it would be gray, and we could put gray. Gray is considered a light color, so our color group would be standard. Standard means we have a dark color and a light color. And then I'll just go over some of the other color groups. So we have 3 color groups: standard, dark white, and double dark. So standard is a light color, a dark color, and a light color. Dark white is either a dark or light color, and white. Preferably we want a dark color with white, so there's the contrast. And then double dark is a dark color plus a dark color. So when I say dark color and light color, I mean a dark and light color in our color guide. So if we had two of these colors, say we had maroon and forest green, that would be double dark. If we had maroon and orange, so dark plus light, that would be standard. But if we had maroon plus white, that would become a dark white. So it's really important just to have one color in each cell. So red and gray, and then we have our color group right here. And do not put a second color in here like red, and if you see like there's a little bit of blue, don't put red and blue. We just pick the two most prominent colors, and those would be the colors. So I'm going to delete those for now. And then the next thing we fill in is the short name. So basically a short name is determined by how long the company name is. So a company name can either be on one line only or two lines. So I'm going to open our short name PDF. So when we make promos here, we take the short names and put them on, say, a shirt or something. So you can see here 2 for 1 pizza. It's pretty short company name, so it would be only on one line. However, this 36 on Wellington Restaurant Company, it's a long name, so we're gonna split it into 2 lines. And any company that has LTD or Inc. Or service, you would just remove that from the short name. So I'm going to do an example for the first one. We're going to look at the company, Active Tool Repair. So I would say that would be on 2 separate lines. So for the first line, I'd put Active Tool, and then the second line would be Repair. So you always need to have a short name line 2, that really just depends on how long the company name is. So this can be empty sometimes, short name line 2. The next thing I'm going to find is the fax. So I'm looking at the contact page, and there doesn't seem to be any fax number on here. So the next thing you would do is actually Google search this company. So I'm going to take the name, Active Tool Repair, and this is located in Hamilton, so I like to put the city and click enter. And sometimes it will show up on a third-party site, so we could check the Yellow Pages and to see if they have any. We'll check this website. So basically, if you can't find information on the website itself, it's better to Google the company name and city to see if we can find it on another site. This does not work, so I'm going to go back. If you have a phone, we'll try putting fax number in there. I can't seem to find a fax. So if you cannot find information after searching through a couple of sites, then the next thing you would do is just put an equal sign in that cell. So that indicates that you searched for it but couldn't find anything on there. But you can see here we have an email, so we could put that in. Copy the email address. I'm going to put that in the email. And contact, when you see the column contact, we're actually looking for a contact name. So don't confuse that with phone number. A contact name, preferably we would want the owner, but this can also include employees of the company. So to find contact name, you'd also have to look through the website first, and if you can't find it on the website, then you just do a Google search. So I don't think there was one on the website. We go about us. So I've tried searching through a few websites and I couldn't find a contact name. So in this case, I'm just going to put equal sign. And then the last column is made up email. And this email is only filled in if we cannot find an actual email address. So if there was no email address, we would take the website. I'm going to copy the website here. And I would remove the first half, so the HTTP and the www. I would remove that. I would replace that with info at and then activetoolrepair.com. So that would be our made up email. So there's a 50% chance that this can actually be an email within their company. So yeah, you make up an email. If you cannot find an email online on the website, you fill this in. So we don't need this since we did find an actual email. And then we go on to the next. So the next one is Arcana Windows and Doors. I'm gonna see if this website works. So this one works. And we have a logo. We get a URL. So right click, copy image address, and paste this in the logo URL. Next, I will see if we have the up-to-date address. So they don't have the full address here. I'm just gonna copy this and paste it here, and this is in Hamilton. It doesn't seem to be the full address online. Maybe their Facebook page will say something. So we go to about. No. So cannot find the full address. So we'll just leave the address component alone. We'll check the phone number. So it's 289-768-5972, and you can see here it's 905. So I'm going to replace it with the updated phone number. So we have that. And since I'm already on the page, I'm just going to copy the email into the email column. And if you noticed when we looked in the Facebook page, there's also another email here. So I'm going to copy that, copy email address, and I'm going to paste it here as well. So if you have more than one email address, all you have to do is just put a comma and then the next email. And the next thing we do is the colors. So colors, they have a nice logo here. The two colors that really pop out to me here are the navy, and we have this green here. So you can only pick, so remember, you can only pick colors from our color guide. So if when I look at the colors, I'm going to open this PDF. I'm just going to make it a little smaller. So the blue, that pretty much matches the navy. So we know for sure this color is navy. Now we're going to look at this green. There are two different shades of green, but I know for sure we don't have this green in our color guide. So I'm going to look at the darker green. And it's not as dark as the forest green we have here, but it's closer to the Kelly green we have here. So I'm going to select Kelly green. So the two colors would be navy and Kelly green. So the first color, navy, and the second one would be Kelly green. As you can see, the two colors I selected are both under the dark color group, or the dark color section here. So you have the navy and then you have Kelly green. So as I mentioned before, two dark colors equals double dark. So our color group is double dark. And then for short name, Arcana, windows and doors, that will definitely be on two different lines. So I'm going to put Arcana, windows, and then for the second line, I'll put and doors. Next thing we have is a fax number. Let's see if you can find a fax number somewhere. I'm gonna try searching fax. We'll see this one if they have it. So if you can't find the fax number, just gonna put an equal sign. And then for contact, let's try to find a name. So after some searching, I managed to find this person, and he works at Arcana Windows and Doors. And if you remember, it does match the other email I found, Dimitri, and it's Dimitri. So that's our contact name. And our contact name is Dimitri Kazak. And so we have our email already, and so we don't need any made up email, so that could be left empty. And for the last one on our list, it's Boonstras Heating and Air Conditioning. So I'm going to copy that. and paste it. So far, emails that I have in this example all work, but in the instance that it doesn't, you would try to find the updated website. So to do that, you would go to Google and copy and paste the company name and city and try to find their website. We have it here, so we have a logo, right click, copy image address, and paste. And also for these examples, I was able to right click and copy image address. For some websites you can't do that, and another way to get the logo would be just copying that, pasting it in Google, looking at images, and just finding one. So we have one here, and we see the image here, and it matches the one on the website. View image, and you would just copy this URL if you couldn't right click on the website. So that's just another way. And next we're going to see if the addresses are right. About us, contact us is the first one. I'll go to 120 Nebo Road, Unit 2. See, 120 Nebo Road, Unit 2, Hamilton, Ontario, LAW 234, and then phone number. Oops, sorry. So phone number, it's different, so you're just gonna copy it and then update phone number. Website's good. Dark color and light color. So two colors pop out at me right now. Is this, let me see if it's more navy or royal. So, well, it's not very dark, so I lean more towards the royal blue, and then red is just red. So they're both dark colors, so I could just put it wherever. So royal I'll put here, and then red, and we'll go back in. So royal is in the dark color section, red is in dark color section. Two dark colors equals a double dark. And then short name, it's a pretty long name, it's gonna be on two different lines. So Boone Strauss Heating, another one, what was it, and air conditioning. Next is fax. Oh, we have the email here, so I'm just gonna fill that in while we have it. I'm just gonna look for the fax number. I don't think it's here. Maybe it'll be on their Facebook page. Nope. So the next thing we do is just do a Google search. And we'll just see if they have it on Yelp. Maybe a fax. Insurance. This is a different website. Oh, but it leads to the same. Okay, so it has two different URLs that lead to the same site. Where was this? We go back. So we have fax number. I'm gonna just put the fax number here. And then the last thing we need to do is try to find a contact. Contact. Usually this site is really good, but it doesn't seem to be loading today. Well, I'll try here. You can see this one is American, so we're not going to look at that one. So after some searching, I looked at this third-party site here, where they have reviews of the company, and somebody here left a review, and the company responded. And you could see here we have a general manager, Craig Gosler or something. So we have a name. Copy that and paste it here. Just gonna move. So yeah, it takes a little bit of searching to find all the information, but at the end we do end up with an accurate database with all of the information, or majority of the information. And in this case we already have an email, so we don't need to do a made-up email. And that's pretty much how you look for data. Just remember to be accurate and to fill in as much information as you can. And if you, after searching and you can't find information for a specific column, just put an equal sign. And also, if a website is blocked in your country, just highlight the entire row a different color. So I would just say purple. If it didn't work for you, just click no. Yeah, just make this purple, and then that indicates that it was blocked for you, and we'll just go in and look at it ourselves. So thanks.